Diabetes is a condition we have all heard of, and you may even know someone living with it. The chronic disease can cause a person's blood sugar level to become too high, and it can even be very dangerous if not treated. It affects millions of people across the world, including many kids right here in Mississippi. And tonight, we talk with some of those kids and their parents, as well as an organization that's working to close the gap right here in the state. Take a look.
When you're uneducated and you don't know what's going on, your first thought is, what did I do as a mother? How did I fail my child?
Allison Mize admits that's a question she asked herself after learning that not one, but two of her children were diagnosed with diabetes. Trustin is 15 and was diagnosed with type 1 at the age of 7. Then there's Cruz. He's 13 and he was diagnosed 2 weeks before his 10th birthday.
It's not easy. I can't imagine. They are like the two strongest humans that I know on the planet. But, I mean, they're boys, and they just want to be like their peers.
So how was the recital practice?
Meet another mother who understands these challenges and concerns all too well. Her daughter, Taylor Lacey, also has type 1 diabetes.
Did tests. They test her urine because that was the only thing that was out of the norm. And it was full of sugar. Her blood sugar was 415. And I sat there and I was just in shock.
Now, both families had to adjust to their new normal quickly. That includes teaching the kids about glucose testing, carb counting, and even insulin injections. However, this was just the start of the challenges they would have to go through. For example, Taylor was diagnosed in preschool, and her mom can remember the school not willing to help the 5-year-old with her insulin injections.
They told us that she was not going to be able to get her shots there, that we would have to come and do them every day.
And when it comes to these two brothers, they have to wear these devices 24/7, monitoring their blood sugar.
They're better now that they're older, but when they were younger, and kids ask questions. And they're not being ugly, but they're curious. I mean, kids are just curious. Well, why do you have this on your arm? Why do you have that on your belt? Why are you giving yourself a shot? Why are you sticking your finger? And they just want to know, and you know, when they're younger, they don't want to answer those questions because they feel like it makes them different.
And here is an alarming statistic. An estimated 283,000 Americans under the age of 20 have diabetes, meaning their bodies either do not produce insulin or cannot use it properly. Insulin is a hormone that helps the cells in your body absorb the glucose in our blood, which we use for energy.
Well, we just had a 16-month-old diagnosed. We had a 2-year-old diagnosed. We know someone whose son, who's now a strapping 25 or 26-year-old, who was diagnosed at 6 months.
Officials with the Diabetes Foundation of Mississippi say at least 12 to 1,500 children are living with this chronic disease right here in the state.
Usually, and still, most of the time, very young children, say up to age 10 or 12, it'll be predominantly type 1 diabetes. After age 12, though, it can be type 1 or type 2 diabetes.
Type 1 diabetes is when the body does not produce enough insulin, the hormone that balances the blood sugar levels. And there is no way to prevent type 1 diabetes at this time. And then there is type 2 diabetes. That's when the body loses the ability over time to use insulin. In some people, type 2 diabetes can be prevented or delayed through lifestyle changes such as healthy eating and being physically active. And take a look at the symptoms of diabetes, everything from excessive thirst to extreme hunger.
It can cause a host of very serious problems for that person. It can be a life-threatening situation called diabetic ketoacidosis, which is why it's so important for early detection and early treatment.
The Diabetes Foundation of Mississippi admits it's not easy for children or their parents to mentally or physically manage this disease. And while the kids are taken care of at home, when they're at school, a place they spend most of their day, nurses are in short supply in some districts.
And if you think about it, if a parent's child is newly diagnosed and they go to a school that doesn't have a school nurse, and the parent may not be completely comfortable with teaching how to administer insulin, it's a tough situation.
Mize agrees. Now, she points out that Madison Middle School does have a nurse, but she feels more resources and help are needed for kids and families, especially in rural and underserved areas.
We should be more aware of the fact that these people need help. And they need help with their medication, and they need help with supplies, which is where the Diabetes Foundation comes in.
Now, this foundation has been around since the 1960s, and the nonprofit aims to educate, inform, and connect parents and kids with the resources they need, as well as the ongoing support system. And they have many programs. First, let's start with their Sweet Subject School Diabetes Education Program.
We want the classmates and the teacher to know that this is part of the child's medical care. It's not an option.
Then there is Camp Can Do. It's held twice a year. It offers children with diabetes as well as their parents the opportunity to have fun while learning to take charge of diabetes. There's also We Care To program that provides these families with colorful backpacks and more.
We Care To is our program for newly diagnosed children and their families. We give them a backpack full of information, supplies to keep the child occupied while at the hospital, books so that the parents can refer back to and learn more about diabetes management.
And as these programs continue to close the gap and provide the much needed resources here in Mississippi, these three young people say they refuse to let diabetes stop them from living their best lives.
Just don't stop, don't let it affect you, just keep going.
They're so active. They are so active. They never slow down. They're both on a travel team.
I do dance, competitive dance.
And despite living with this disease, Taylor is using her situation to spread the message to those who may have lost hope.
God gave you diabetes to show that you are a strong warrior and that you can do everything. And as long as you take care of yourself, like you can go climb Mount Everest or bake a cake.